All right, shalom, shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Kohala Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Okay, the more and more we get closer and closer to the destruction of this society, the more and more information comes out. And as a matter of fact, a quick scripture that came to mind. Okay, um, let me see, because the article and the news that came out is the corruption going on with the the colleges and stuff like that. But this is nothing new. All right, but I just wanted to bring this scripture out in Habakkuk 2:16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory." And who is that talking about? That's talking about these Edomites that are in power now, because you're filled with shame for glory. All the corruption in your society is coming out, and it's nothing new. Because when you go into the history of the fall of the Roman Empire was just as corrupt, okay, as this society is, and that was one of the causes of the fall of the Roman Empire. So Babylon the Great, which is America according to the Bible, is being brought forth, and it's being shown that, look, this society is corrupt. Okay, Habakkuk 2:16 says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." So America can no longer say that it's a great country. Okay, it's one of the most corrupt countries, if not the most corrupt country on the face of the earth. Okay, and we're going to bring out an example, okay, through this article, which I like to bring out articles. Now this is one of a contributing writer to blacklistednews.com, which this guy's name is Michael Snyder, which he writes a lot of good article, a lot of good pieces on the downfall of America, and he's been writing these articles for years. Okay, and this is one in particular that we're going to bring out, and the title of it is the college admissions scandal is a perfect example of how deeply corrupt America has become. Okay, and America in the Bible, like I said, mentioned before, is Babylon the Great, and it's corrupt. Okay, it is corrupt, and I'm just going to read into a little bit of it and pull some precepts out. I'm not going to make this video long. Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right, it says, is there anything left in this country that has not been deeply tainted by corruption? Yeah, because all of the institutions, from the banking industry, you hear about the corruption with Wells Fargo and all of these um, banks, okay, that have deceived the public, okay, and stolen from the public. Okay, then you have your educational institutions, which we're reading about now, how they're corrupt. Okay, in these different cities, the public education, your public schools, they're corrupt. A lot of people are taking money at the top. Matter of fact, where I live, I'm out here in Baltimore. Okay, Baltimore County, you just had recently, a few years ago, you had the head superintendent of the Baltimore County schools. He was taking bribes and kickbacks. Okay, so there's a lot of scandals going on within government. Okay, state government, your local municipalities. There's a lot of corruption going on. Okay, in these different governments. All right, and guess what? Your president. Okay, there's a lot of corruption going on and a lot of scandals and controversy going on with the president. So this is a culture. It's a culture of corruption in America. Okay. Now, as a matter of fact, going back to Habakkuk 2:16, it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskins be uncovered," because the Most High is uncovering the wickedness, okay, of this society, and basically showing you, all right, through the mouth of the prophets, why it has to be destroyed. That's why we make these videos, all right, because we're confirming it into the souls of the elect that, look, America's going to be destroyed. There's no coming back from the corruption, okay, and the wickedness that goes on in America, okay, the ill dealings, okay, because when corruption takes place, some people die, Okay, people lose money, people become poor, become destitute. Okay, corruption in your medical industry leads to the death of millions. Corruption in the food industry. Okay, people eating genetically modified foods. So there's a lot of things to talk about, and the scriptures back it up. All right. So there's nothing in this country that hasn't been touched by corruption. Okay, all the institutions, all the way of life, everything that has been built around the citizens of this society is nothing but corruption. Okay, and people have become accustomed to it, and people have accepted it. All right, it says by now you have probably heard that dozens of people have been arrested for participating in a multi-million-dollar college admission scam. Enormous amounts of money were paid out in order to ensure that children from very wealthy families were able to get into top schools such as Yale University, Stanford University, the University of Texas, and the University of Southern California. So they basically, these institutions, okay, were taking bribes by multi-million-dollar families. Okay, and it goes deeper than this. Okay, and hit people are going to get arrested, people are going to get investigated, but it'll be swept under the rug, and they'll find another way to do the same thing. Okay, and that's what happens in America. In America, the Federal Reserve note, if you have a lot of them, if you have a lot of Federal Reserve dollars, okay, you can go a long way in this society. You can pay bribes, you get yourself out of certain situations. All right, you know. It says we should certainly be disgusted by these revelations, but we shouldn't be surprised. And he said we shouldn't be surprised because this society is corrupt. Such corruption happens every single day on every single level of society in America. At this point, our nation is so far gone that it is shocking when you run into someone that actually still has some integrity. Okay, because when a society is wicked and corrupt, everybody is wicked and corrupt. And let's get into the next scripture. Let me see. All right. This is Matthew's. Remember what Yahweh Shah said in Matthew's 24:12. He says, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, the word iniquity means sin. Okay, and iniquity is abounding in the society. There's no integrity, all right, amongst these average people out here. See, the men of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, we walk in the integrity, okay, of this understanding and this truth to keep pushing this word, all right, in sincerity and truth. But Matthew 24:12 says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, because of the wickedness, people are turning on each other, people are scheming, all right, and scamming each other. Okay, it's hard to, in my profession, everybody's skeptical about letting people in their house. They think that they're going to be scammed, or they think that they're going to have to pay money and stuff like that for a program that's basically that basically helps, that's supposed to help you out, so to speak. But then you got to deal with that. You got to deal with people side-eyeing you, and people have been manipulated and so on and so forth. And you got to basically explain to these people over and over, because people are on edge. Nobody trusts each other no more, and that's not how society should run. But this is America. This is the way of life in America, and people have become people have accepted it, so to speak. People have accepted this way of life, which shouldn't be. People have accepted the corruption. Now let's go into the word corruption. The word corruption, corruption of material things, especially dead bodies, act of becoming putrid, desolation, decay. Another word for corruption is when the body basically decomposes. Okay, it says also of the soul morals. Okay, also of the soul morals, spiritually contamination, depravity, wickedness, from the Latin corruptionum, a corruption, spoiling, seducing, a corruption condition. Hey, so basically the corruption of this society is basically It's spoiling your society. I mean, spoiling America. Okay, this is the reason why America will never come back. All right, because of this corruption. All right, it's spoiling America. America is spoiled, basically. That's what it says down here. It says to destroy, spoil, corruption, bribe. All right, this is a corrupt society. Okay, and that's one of the reasons, as we can read. This is the historychannel.com. It says 8 reasons why Rome fell. All right, and one of the reasons was government corruption and political instability. And that's what you see in America right now. You see government corruption, okay, where these different politicians, they're taking kickbacks from different major corporations, all right, to pass legislate laws that benefit the corporations and not the people. And then you see political instability, all right. You got the Democrats and Republicans fighting against each other, and the people are losing trust, okay, in media, in all of these institutions, the banking industry, the media. They write articles about it, okay, and you can find it. All you got to do is Google it. It's in your face, man. All right, it says if Rome's sheer size made it difficult to govern, ineffective and inconsistent leadership only served to magnify the problem. And that's what you have in America: ineffective and inconsistent leadership. Okay, it says being the Roman emperor had always been a particularly dangerous job, but during the tumultuous 2nd and 3rd centuries, it nearly became a death sentence. Yeah, because you had a lot of Roman emperors being put to death, okay, being turned on. All right, it says civil wars thrust the empire into chaos. All right, so a civil war in the Roman Empire, and you had a civil war in America, which is part of American history, but you're going to have another civil war coming, and these are going to be civil wars, class wars, race wars. It's going to be complete chaos in America, okay? Because wow, one of the reasons that's bringing this new civil war is the corruption, okay? And mainly these Edomites, all right, they're getting tired of being deceived by other Edomites, mainly the Amalekites, the so-called Jew. And when they speak up against it, they're deemed as anti-Semitic, okay? All right, and guess what? They're Semitic. All right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're Semitic. Okay, I'm sorry, Shemitic. Okay, because the word Semitic is a made-up term. They're Shemitic. Okay, how can a so-called white man, if he speaks against the so-called Jew, be anti-Semitic, or which is anti-Shemitic? He's a Shemite himself. He's a Hebrew Edomite. And we call them red Hebrew Edomites because they like to call us black Hebrew Israelites. All right, but he's of the line of Shem, but he comes through Esau. Same thing with the so-called Jew. He's of the line of Shem, and he comes through the line of Esau, but he's of the tribe of Amalek. Okay. Now, going back into the article, it says civil wars thrust the empire into chaos, and more than 20 men took the throne in the span of only 75 years, usually after the murder of their predecessor. And it goes into the Praetorian Guard, which is the emperor's personal bodyguards. They were getting payoffs and stuff like that. It says assassinated, installed new sovereigns at will, and once even auctioned the spot off to the highest bidder. And basically that's what has become of the American presidency, who has the biggest funding, all right, and the political support, all right, because your presidents in America are not elected, they're selected. It says the political rot also extended to the Roman Senate, which failed to temper the excesses of the emperors due to its own widespread corruption. So you got a lot in America, just equating, you have a lot of politicians that become senators and congressmen to basically become rich. All right, they're in it for their own gain. They're not in it to help the American people, even though that's what they run upon. And these stupid idiot Americans, they keep on voting these same Republican Democrats in, which they're corrupt themselves. Okay. It says, as the situation worsened, civic pride waned and many Roman citizens lost trust in their leadership. And that's what's happening in America. You have many citizens, they're losing trust in their leadership. Okay. Now this is Second Ezra 6 and Second Ezra 6 and 20 let's see 27. It says, for evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. Okay, and that's the Most High is getting ready to do this. Evil is going to be put out and deceit is going to be quenched. Okay, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. Because we're coming into a time where corruption is going to be overcome. And how is corruption going to be overcome? By the downfall of these Edomites, okay, that are in high positions. Okay, it says, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. And what is the truth that's going to be declared? That we, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are indeed the children of Israel. Okay, we are indeed the children of Israel, and that's going to be declared. Okay, to the point where no one is going to have a rebuttal or going to be able to put up a YouTube video and deny those facts. Okay, because when the Lord comes back, who is he coming back to save? His people. And who is his people? The nation of Israel. Okay, and it says, and when he talked with me, behold, and when he talked with me, and this is this is Ezra, all right, speaking to the angel, or consulting with the angel. All right, it says, and when he talked with me, behold, I looked by little and little upon him before whom I stood. All right, so let's go into the next scripture. This is should be let me see. Yeah, this is Second Ezra 7 and 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Now, what is that day of doom talking about? That's talking about when the nuclear missiles are shot, okay, throughout the earth in this third world war, in the midst of this third world war. Mainly the main bulk of those nuclear missiles are going to be shot upon America, okay, which is going to create a major earthquake. All right, I think it's pursuing to Isaiah the 24th chapter. All right, the scriptures talk about the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. That is the day of doom. Okay, it says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. All right, and the beginning of the immortality for to come. And who is immortality promised to? All right, the Israelites, the elect of the nation of Israel. That those are the first fruits, okay, that are going to receive that immortality. All right, for it to come, wherein corruption is past. And we were speaking about the corruption with this these college admission scandals, okay, and this guy Michael Snyder, which I believe he's an Edomite. It says, is there anything left in this country that has not deeply been tainted by corruption? Hell, is there anything in this world? Okay, because pursuant to Job 9 and the 9 and 24, it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, and since the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, this is what it says in Psalm 12 and 8. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. All right, so what do the wicked bring? What comes with the wicked? Corruption. Okay, corruption. All right, not only corruption, okay, but it comes with a spoiling and death. Okay, even humans are being corrupt, basically, so to speak. Dead bodies, dealing with dead bodies. Okay, all right, because that's another form of corruption. That's why it talks about in the book of Acts and in the book of Psalms, thou shalt not suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. Because when Yahweh Shai died, okay, when he died, he was raised back up of the Father. Okay, so his body never decomposed. Okay. So with that, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to you brothers that's pushing the word in sincerity and truth. Lord's will, you were edified, and you can see that this society is full of corruption. Okay, America, and here's an example, the college admission scandal, and that's all they was talking about. They've been talking about that on the news. Okay, you had top actors, okay, and this is nothing new. This has been going on. It's just everything is being brought to the forefront because we're in a time where everything is going to be exposed. Esau is being exposed, okay, and he's about to be destroyed. He's about to be taken out of power. Okay, so with that, until the next video, shalom.